Last session began with a knock at Grandfather's workshop, and Calix slipping effortlessly into the role of mystic, palming cards, selling fate for coppers, and sending a grinning guard back to duty with a promise of opportunity and romance. But when the lights dimmed, a different omen came. Calix dreamed of a forsaken keep amid a sea of writhing worms, and a voice, muffled as if through deep water, warned that the infection would spread to the worms, and the worms would spread the infection, and it must be stopped. At the overseer's bar, Smenk, alone and pacing, laid it out. Blackstone Keep had gone silent. Reinforcements from the Free City would take months. He needed Orym and Calix to leave at dawn. They did their rounds, retrieving little Buddy from the stables, buying a wagon and 2 light horses, checking Orym's special order with Vagris Smenkrel, stocking what powder and shot they could, and carrying a good cask for luck. The road bled into bog. A half-sunken wagon slumped off the raised causeway, its planks bristling with primitive javelins. Orym found a crest scrap from Blackstone, a field of non-human prints smudged with greenish muck, and a broken wheel tied off with a cloth in an elven ranger's knot. He bottled some of the slime, and they pressed on. Blackstone's walls finally lifted out of the marsh, cracked and scorched. Then the reeds came alive. Dozens of lizard folk rose, spears lifted, and the warders on the battlement screamed for the wagon to run. A storm of shafts buzzed past. One javelin punched into Orym's shoulder as they rattled through the gate and the beams slammed home. Inside, the watch commander, bleary but unbowed, counted 30 fit men, a week of half rations, and a string of ambushes on every caravan. They took their food and cask to the mess, then went below to the cells. In the lone occupied cage crouched a lizard folk, all simmering hate. With patience and plain speech, Calix pulled sense from rage. The tribe's eggs were rotting from the inside. The marsh speaker blamed a curse from stone home and smooth skins. When Calix handed over the bottled green smear, the prisoner tasted, recoiled, flung it against the wall and shrieked. The stench matched the dying eggs. On Calix's urging, the commander risked a gesture. He opened the cage. The freed warrior promised to carry terms for a parley with the marsh speaker if the strangers could find the real poisoners. While Calix took the night watch, Orym walked the battered walls and asked quiet questions. Weeks before the siege, a caravan of Trifold Brotherhood of Light pilgrims had stayed within. An elf woman came after, seeking a tall, bearded man. A guard named Matthews had grown close to the pilgrims before he fell in the first lizard attack. In Matthews' bunk, Orym found brittle, dried worm husks beneath the blanket. In his journal, grateful lines to High Priest Bozal Zahul of the Brotherhood, a sketch resembling the sigils found in the Doorstone mine, and a last entry about a gnawing appetite after the pilgrims left. The pieces were still settling when a single, ripping scream split the yard below, and every man in the keep turned toward the dark.